Hello, Excel users and lovers. Now, a friend of mine called Maria works with a certain organization, and one of her tasks are to send emails. So one day she gives me a call and she tells me, Marvin, I have about 2,000 emails that I'm supposed to send. And do you have any way you can speed up the process, or do you have any way you think we can make this automated? So that's what my friend told me. And today I'm going to share with you and her how to send multiple emails. We are going to use Excel online. We're also going to use Excel, Power Automate, and then we're also going to use Microsoft Outlook online. So these are the processes that we are going to go through. One, we're going to create a OneDrive folder. Okay, so let's head over to process one. Um, I'll head over to my OneDrive for business. I already have my folder for the mail merge that we are going to do, or you can call it bulky emails. So after that, have your emails lists and other variables in Excel. So let's head over to our OneDrive. So let's open my email list, which is this. So I'm going to have the client name, they're going to change with their email address. So in the real world, these would be email addresses for different people. So you also supposed to have this ready. Okay, so I'll close this. After having the email list and other variable in Excel, then we also have the email body text ready. So this is what we are going to put in our body for the email. So let me open it. I already have it typed in a template. And this is our communication that we are going to send to the different clients of ours. You could see it's an account balance update. We do have client name in red because this is going to change because we have 5 clients. So it's going to vary, as you're going to see. So I'll close this. And then after having that ready, then we head over to Power Automate and automate this process. So let me head over to my browser here. I log into, for you to be able to do this, you must have Microsoft account. Okay, so I'm already logged in my Microsoft account. Then head over to all apps. To all apps here, I'm already on the page. Then look for Power Automate. Now, Microsoft Power Automate is an automation tool that we can use to automate most of our repetitive tasks. Okay, so we are going to head over to create flow. Okay, so here we have different types of flows that we can create, but one that we are going to create that will automate the sending of the bulky emails is instant cloud flow. It's going to be an instant cloud flow. So when we get here, we type in for selected row. Okay, then we click on enter. We head over to for selected row. We check this, and then we give our process a name. We are going to call it bulky email. And then after that, we create a flow. Okay, so we have started the process of automating this whole process. So this flow for a selected row, it requires a few things. One, it wants the location of our email list. So our email list is on OneDrive for Business. Then it wants the document library, it's OneDrive, and then the file, we click on this icon here, then come over here and then select Mail Merge, where we have our email list, and then we select it, and then it will ask for a table. So in the Excel worksheet that we saw, our data is in a table, and that table is called table 1. Okay, so for this flow to work, we are going to need to select our email addresses and then hit run. So that's why we've started with for selected row. Then after that, we click on new step. So the next step is going to be to get the file. Okay, so I type in get file. Now this is going to be the attachment that we shall send with the email address. Okay, so we get the file. So I come over here and select get file, OneDrive for Business. I click on that. So it will require me to load the attachment. So I'll click on this drop down, head over to root, and then of course it will take me to my OneDrive, head over to my folder here, and then select on my attachment. Okay, so after that, then we go to the next step. Now the next step is to send the email now. So I type in send email. Type in send email. So as it loads, these are the processes that are going to be followed for the email and the attachment to be sent to the 2,000 clients. But for this case, we are only going to test with only 5. So I'll scroll down and then send email in brackets v2 Outlook. So I click on this. Okay, so it will ask me to. So I click on add dynamic content because I have to select let me open my OneDrive and then open my Excel file such that we can see it very well. I look for my files, come over here, and then head over to Mail Merge, then open my email list. Okay, so as my email list is loading, now this is my email list. So onto it's going to vary. It's a variable. So I come over to add dynamic content, and then the column headers in my email list are going to be selected. So my email lists, my emails are under client email address. So I click on this option here and it's added here. So after that, I come over to subjects. Now my subject is going to be let me check over in my email body. Yes, my subject is going to be account balance update. I'll copy this paste it there. Then I come to the body. So the body, I also come here and then copy my body text, head over back to Power Automate, and then paste. Okay, so I try to put some spacing over here, and then something like that. So we have so many options. We can increase on the size, we can make the font size, font style look better, we can underline, we can make our text italics. But there's one important thing that we have to do. So remember, the client names vary. For example, we have client A, B, C, D up to E. So we have to remove this and make it a variable. Okay, so I come head over here, then client name. So client name is now going to be a variable. It's going to keep on changing by each email address. Okay, so after that, then I need to attach an attachment. Okay, so I head over here to my attachment name. So my attachment is going to be called, I'll call it attachment. But one important thing not to forget is the file format. So .pdf, it's a PDF file. Okay, if it's a Word document, you write .doc like that. Don't forget the file format. So I come over to attachment here. Since I've already attached this file over here, I just have to refer to it under dynamic content. So it is this one, file content. Okay, so ahead again, I can go over and put in things, select what I want here, but for purposes of this test, we are going to leave that. Okay, so we are done with setting up our automation. We've automated everything. So we click on save. Your flow is ready to go. We recommend you test it. Okay, so once it's ready, we head over to our email list. Okay, now this flow is only able to run if we select a certain column or rows. Okay, so how do we run this flow? So we head over to data. We have this feature here called the flow. It's Power Automate. So if you don't have it, you can come to insert and then add in. And then of course you'll follow the process to add it in Microsoft Excel online. Okay, but I want to go there. So I'll head over back to data, to flow. Okay, so I'll give flow some time to run. So I'm already signed in, so I don't have to sign in. So here I'll have my flows displayed. Okay, currently, as you can see, the run button is great, simply because we've not yet selected any email. So let's select our emails over here. I'm going to select all the 5 and then come back to run. So I click on this run over here, and then the flow is being set up to run. Okay, so please ensure that you're signed in all these platforms. You have to be signed in Excel Online, OneDrive for Business, and Office 365 Outlook. Okay, so I scroll down and click on continue. So now the last step is for me to run the flow. So I click on run flow, and then my flow should run. Or okay, so your flow ran successfully, started. So to monitor, so we can monitor the flow. So we should receive 4 emails on secondymarvin156@gmail.com, and then digital access, and then 1 email on digital access network 0. Okay, so let's head over to Secondy Marvin. Let's refresh. Okay, so we have 3 emails. Possibly the fourth one will come with time. It's still coming. Yeah, so we have 3 emails here that have been sent through the process. Let me click on one and we see. So this is how it looks like with its attachment. Okay, now company name is a variable, so it keeps on changing. So this is company A with its attachment. Okay, so again, Secondy Marvin, this one as well. So as company E. So let's head over to Digital Access Network. We should also have this here. Company B is there. Yes. So in brief, we've managed to automate this whole process, so that next time that you have to send these email addresses to, a bunch of people, a bunch of emails, you just have to delete what you have here and load the new emails, and then select and then rerun. Okay, so the flow keeps on running. So this probably is the run history, and it's what has been executed. So in brief, in detail, we can do lots and lots of things with Power Automate. We can do lots and lots of things with Power Automate. Yes, so keep following for more. Till we meet again. Bye.